There's a lot of talk on the internet and on different television shows about why kids should not be throwing curveballs, and we've covered that also here at Clubhouse Gas. What about teaching them the proper pitches to throw? We've done a couple of shows on the changeup, and today we're going to work on the base foundation of throwing the fastball and locating it. So stay tuned to Clubhouse Gas. Fortunate enough now to be joined by Tim Hires. Tim, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks.
First, give us a brief rundown of your Major League experience.
I started in 1990. I was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays out of high school, and then played with a bunch of different clubs, but played about 3 years in the big leagues with San Diego, Florida Marlins, and Detroit Tigers.
Now, we've been doing a lot of talk on the website about curveballs. A lot of Major League pitchers are discouraging 11 and 12-year-olds from throwing curveballs.
Sure.
So we don't just want to tell them what not to do. We want to teach them how to be successful in other areas. So today what we want to talk about is how to be successful with the fastball. Can you give us some tips?
First of all, I think you throw with your body, and I think the body's got to be conditioned ready to throw. I mean, there's so many guys that just pick the ball up and just think they can be a pitcher or just throw the baseball. Number one is you got to condition yourself, and you got to start gradual, at small distances, and then, we call it long tosses, working your way up in a progression to strengthen the arm. And I think a lot of people mess up by throwing, just grab a baseball and let's go full tilt, when we need to progress and build that arm strength, and it's getting the body organized, ready to throw the baseball. And I think that's a big tip.
So curveballs aren't the only way to hurt your arm. Rushing into
to
throwing.
Like anything, you can do too much too soon, so you got to, I think you got to take baby steps, especially, early before the season starts, getting the body ready to do it.
All right, so I'm an 11 and 12-year-old baseball coach, and I've conditioned my pitchers. We've gotten their arms ready. Now I want to teach them how to throw a fastball the right way. Where do we start?
Throwing the fastball the right way, I think, is just making sure you get a proper grip. You're talking to little guys. Some guys have their hands a little bit smaller. They're going to use 3 fingers, and they want to make sure they can stay behind the baseball when they throw it. So many pitchers get off to the side or tilt in, and it causes the ball to dip and dive instead of being right behind it, so they can get good explosion through it.
All right, and so as opposed to a changeup, you want to be on the fingertips with the baseball.
Changeup's going to be a little bit more deeper in the hand and kill the velocity, so you have a lot more friction. A good fastball is a little bit more on the fingertips, but you want to hold it lightly, not too tight, but hold it lightly so the thing won't fall out.
Is there a way that you can teach even the younger players to make the fastball move a little bit without moving their wrist?
A little bit. The young guys mostly want to make sure they have control first, and then you maybe can mess around with a little bit of movement, but I would go with control first. And then the way the older guys will do it is they'll just have different pressure points. They'll move the thumb around at the bottom. They'll put pressure with the index finger at different places. And I think the biggest thing is you have to get out and do it. And just everybody has a natural release point and a natural grip, so you want to make sure that you have to practice. I see what this will do, and practice and see what your special movement will be.
Talking about control, how do you teach a kid to hit spots? Do you teach them to aim at a certain spot, to throw the ball to certain? I mean, how do you get a kid to throw to
Number one, mechanics have to be efficient, and you have to repeat the mechanics. You can't have your leg kick 4 inches one time and then 10 inches the next time. I think your mechanics have to be, repeat time after time to have a consistent release point. And then once you have a consistent release point, then you're working down at home plate and trying to work there. But first of all, control what you can as far as the mechanics, same release point, and then I think that will help out with control.
Tim, we really appreciate it a lot. That's going to help. We'll give you a little foundation there on how to work on your fastball. Dads, coaches, pay attention. Watch it again and again, and share this link with your friends and coaches. That'll do it for us today. We'll see you right back here next time for another great edition of Clubhouse Gas.